Hello, everybody. Happy Lesbian Visibility Week. I am wearing a very dykey statement hat that I bought off TikTok shop for $14.99. It is Sunday morning. It is 9:29 a.m. I just walked out to my living room after taking a beautiful shower and found my father shirtless hooked up to an EKG machine. My house, I don't know when it fucking happened, but my house is a bit like Grand Central Station. All of my family members have keys, and I grew up in a very open door policy home. We had a rotating door. People were over at my house all the fucking time, every single day. Like, not one day would go by in my home where somebody didn't stop by. Okay, there was cheese, there was crackers, there was like budget Chardonnay flowing and barbecues and food, and people would come over and do their laundry and watch the Ellen show with my mother. Like, it was just, there were so many fucking people, which is probably why I am such a hermit, not in like a cool pick-me girl way. Like, I just want to like get in my jammies and watch Netflix. Like, everyone who says that publicly 99% of the time is just foaming at the mouth for, you know, human interaction. We know this. I could quite literally go 6 months without speaking to another human. And it's not in like a cool, sexy, introverted buckworm way. It is in a diabolical way. It's not cool. It's weird. And, you know, you just got to name the puppy. And her name's Jackie. Woof, woof. Anyways, so my dad didn't care to mention that he needed to like up or, I don't know, reinstate his life insurance policy, and therefore needed to have a doctor come out to my house on a Sunday fucking morning and like strap him up. I walk out and I'm like, cool, my dad's having a heart attack on my sectional. Like, what the fuck? Isn't that something you should probably tell someone before a doctor just rolls up to your house? And I was in the shower when he let himself in. So I'm just like walking out to like what I think is a crime scene. And then I go and collect myself. And then I come back and the motherfucker's drawing blood on my travertine dining table, which is, como se dice, quite porous. Quite porous. I'm like, hey, first of all, who is the beneficiary of this life insurance policy? Because it should probably be me. Second of all, like, how much money are we talking about? Because I'll pull that motherfucking plug. And thirdly, if one drop of Ashkenazi blood touches my travertine motherfucking dining table, there will be a murder in this house. Bad for resale. There will be a murder. There will be blood on your hands. There will be blood on the table. So that's how my morning has started. Jackie, why are you in a hat? Because I got the worst fucking blow dry of all time. My darling Vanessa, who blow dries my hair twice a week and has carpal tunnel that will never be reversed from just working that brush till her brittle little wrist snap. She had the audacity to go on a European vacation, leaving me high, dry, frizzy, and brittle. I got a blow dry last week. I took videos, and I'm going to post it later because I just don't want to like blow this woman's spot up because I'm so full of shit. I tipped her 50% and was like, this is amazing. I love it. She's like, do you love it? I'm like, it's so good. Thank you so much. Can I get your card? What's wrong with me? What? Like, never in a million years would I correct a blow dry stylist. Never. It's just in poor taste. Like, who am I, fucking Zendaya? Like, if you're so fancy and particular, get a glam squad, okay, Dorit Kemsley? Like, I'm not going to be the person at the fucking dry bar being like, I just like a little bit of more of a bend and less of a curl. Like, you get what you fucking pay for. Don't be a pain in the ass. Every time I see these sad, middle-aged, cheap fuck suburban women at a goddamn at a dry bar being like, I just want my bangs a little bit more voluminous. Like, where the fuck are you going? Okay, a Mai Tai mixer at your sad, broken community center? Like, you're not going to the fucking Met Ball. Relax. Just call it a day. Go home, cry in your car in your sensible control top legging, and head to the nearest Homegoods. Let me tell you something. We are back, baby. Okay. I have not really grazed a Homegoods in a while. I'm not a tchotchke person by nature. For someone who finds a lot of joy in things, I'm also completely detached to everything. The whole house could catch on fire, all of my belongings, and I genuinely wouldn't care. I have very quick detachment settings, if that makes sense. Like, as much as I love something, it could be ripped away from me and I would never think about it again, because that's just how I compartmentalize. It's called coping. But yesterday, I was just having a day. You know, I was overwhelmed. I was hot. I had a shitty blow dry. Clyde was being annoying. Andrew was being annoying. He woke up with prickly skin. When Andrew gets sick, like I can't fucking do it. He's like, I'm feeling a little achy. And I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, I have such little empathy for his medical traumas. Like, if he's not feeling good, I'm like, you know what? I don't have the luxury of getting sick. Buck up, Buttercup. I'm just feeling a little run down and under the weather. And I'm so mad at him when he's sick. Like, because I can't compute. I'm like, maybe work on your fucking immune system. I never get fucking sick. Stop being such a pussy ass bitch. He's like, Jackie, like, I don't want to get you and the baby sick. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna be fine. We'll suck a little turmeric down, put a little zinc on his gums, and keep it fucking moving. Jesus Christ. Prickly skin every time. With the fake cough that's been going on for 4 fucking months. Have some echinacea tea, okay? Get a little Santa Ana wind in your fucking hair. Get outside. I don't care. I don't care that you're sick. Like, just get it together. Stop being fucking sick. It's annoying and it's debilitating and it's creating tensions and burdens in the household that are unnecessary. I said, Andrew, I don't give 1/8 of a fuck if you have a tickle in your throat. I'm going out of the house for 2.5 hours. You need to tend to the goddamn child. I need to feel something. And you know where I ended up? At Homegoods. I have friends that have never been to a Homegoods. And I just, like, I don't think I can take the friendship to the next level because I don't go to Homegoods because I think that it is the temple of taste and sophistication. I go there, like I go to a lot of other places, to feel reinvigorated in the self-esteem department, to feel aimless, sometimes to defecate. There is a clinical study that shows that when you go to a store you like, whether it be, you know, a Nordstrom, a Homegoods, a specialty gourmet market, whatever your fucking jam is, jam. I can't say jam without getting an eye twitch. Jam. We're going to talk about jam later. There have been new developments in the jam department. If you want a discounted fucking expired jam, go to Homegoods. When I go to Homegoods, it just feels non-judgmental. It feels like all of the women are there doing the same thing. It's just like a nice place to graze the very, very tight aisles, get in an altercation with a woman in a crossbody bag and a Bermuda short, okay, with like a collarless or like a polo sleeveless shirt, to buy 700 types of kitsch cocktail napkins, to buy a Rogue lamp. I think I like this little lamp. To buy a side table, to black out and buy bath mats. I don't know. Like, it's not, I will throw everything out within a month. It's not about that, though. It's a sport, and it's just mindless fun. It makes no sense. I have friends that will say, Jackie, you go to Homegoods, I spent $538 yesterday. That's not a flex, okay? It's sad and it's broken. and it's aimless and it's tacky. What did I get? Nothing really. Just a good afternoon. And I was there for 18 minutes. I spent $538 in 18 motherfucking minutes. But what I got, my takeaway and my party favor, was truly an incident in the throw pillow aisle with a new friend of the show. Her name is Jessica. Jessica, this one's for you. So as I was trolling, buying my, 18th non-citronella candle. Jackie, do you ever light these candles? Of course not. It's like a budget emergency kit. I have bins and bins of these fucking candles. They all smell like formaldehyde, community college, and bad hair extensions. They smell awful with like a little tinge of asshole. I mean, they come in cute canisters. I keep them for a rainy day. I don't really light them publicly, but I like to know that I have at least 500 decent candles on deck if shit hits the fan. If the aliens invade, if the apocalypse is near, we are good. We are having a seance. Papa, can you hear me? Candle lit everywhere. We're totally fucking fine. It is the most reliable emergency kit that you can fucking buy. And it's fun. So I'm in the throw pillow aisle and, I'm navigating my sad little crusty cart with another sad little woman with her fucking crusty cart. This is the same Homegoods that I met the woman who did shrooms on a Tuesday. And she was just laughing by herself, looking at like a faux, plaster vase. And memories I'll never forget. If you don't know, just listen back. This poor woman, she borrowed her son's truck. She found a chocolate bar in the center console. She had a little bit. She was high out of her fucking mind. I found her in an aisle. I thought she was hysterically crying. For some fucking reason, I felt the need to comfort her. And alas, she was just high out of her mind on mushrooms, calling her son to come pick her up. And she was having the time of her life. And she is my hero. Not a day goes by that I don't think about her. So I'm looking for, I don't know, fucking useless marble trays. And I hear a woman in the aisle over saying something about Black Lives Matter. And I was like, oh, hell fucking no. Like kind of guffawing or making fun of something to do with Black Lives Matter. And I was like, not on my watch. See something, say something. I am a goddamn social justice warrior. And I was fritzing for some type of an altercation yesterday. And I was like, this is Holy Jesus Cristo and RuPaul and Moses, okay, giving me a gift on this beautiful Saturday afternoon that I'm going to go rip this fucking bitch's asshole apart, okay? So I'm kind of listening. I'm like, oh my God. And she's saying something like, can you believe this shit? Black Lives Matter. This is so embarrassing. Something like that. And I was like, chest rash initiated. My blood starts boiling. I'm ready to go just fucking smack a bitch. Like I'm envisioning like some fucking bloated Gary Busey adjacent white woman with like a side bang and just a terrible frosted lip gloss. That's what I'm thinking. And there's another woman in the aisle with me and I'm like, do you hear this? And she's like, oh my God, that's terrible. I'm like, I'm going to go say something. She's like, you should say something. I'm like, I'm going to go say something. She's like, go. I'm like, okay, I got this. So I turn the bend and there is a woman with tears streaming down her face, a Black woman on FaceTime with one of her friends showing her a throw pillow that in the saddest live, laugh, love Comic Sans script says Black Lives Matter with like a little daisy over the I in lives. And I round that bend and I'm ready to fucking rumble. And I look at her and I'm like, and she could tell that I was like, coming in there with a little bit of heat. And she looks at me and she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, you're good. This dumb white bitch is not going to start reprimanding you. You're allowed. Go for it. She shows me her phone. She's on FaceTime with one of her friends. She's like, I'm sorry. Listen, I just can't with this shit. I'm like, no comment from me personally. She's like, who the fuck's going to buy this pillow? And I'm like, once again, like no comment from me. She was laughing so hard. I start laughing so hard. The woman on the FaceTime starts laughing so hard. I have tears running down my face. She's like, listen, who the fuck's gonna buy this goddamn pillow? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the goddamn pillow. And she's like, no, it's fucking ugly. You couldn't have made it like a cuter fucking pillow. And what's with the goddamn daisy? I'm like, honestly, it does feel like a bit of a design flaw. And the font feels condescending. And she's like, I know, this is fucked up. And I was like, once again, no comment. I'm not gonna like co-sign on the sentiment, but like whatever you say, I agree with. And then she goes, we were laughing so hard. I'm like, I mean, someone's got to fucking buy it. It's a bad look if nobody buys it. Homegoods is like the mecca of sad, broken white women, okay? Especially like those Midwest Homegoods. It's not a good look. It's a little MAGA adjacent. We were laughing so fucking hard. And then I was like, and honestly, if this doesn't get scooped up soon, it's just bad for branding. It's bad for business. It's bad for the community. Not a great look for all these Caucasian bitches roaming the aisles looking for non-citronella candles, and I'm talking to myself. Then we started laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine? Nobody buys it, and then it goes on the clearance aisle. I mean, with the double red stickers. I was like, give it to me. Give it to me. Put it in my cart. I was like, of all the people to turn into that aisle, it had to be me. Everything happens for a reason. It's called destiny, bitches. Ugh, I used to do this thing early on in my episodes where I would like refer to people as like bitches. I was like, yes, bitches. Like, where are my bitches at? Thanks, bitches. It's so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. The hyperflexing, the like, hey girl, like the amount of times that I would do call-in episodes and it was my producer Emu just doing like testing out her acting skills, doing different accents, calling in from different lines in the production office, and me dead serious taking the calls when I could see Emu from a glass cubicle away and be like, hey, like, thanks for calling in. Love you so much. What's your name? And pretending like it was a fawn when I had no fawns. I don't like the F word. I do not like the F word. I'd like to say that for the 500th time. I do not like when people refer to fans. Nothing makes me more upset. It is mortifying. Can you imagine living in such a myopic, one-dimensional vortex that you actually think, you take yourself seriously enough to think that you have fans, okay? Like, you need to get some more friends. You need to expand your horizons. That is revolting. Fans. Jam. Fans. Barf. Ritual Vitamins is one of my longest running sponsors, and I could not love them more. I took Ritual Vitamins during the entirety of my pregnancy, from before I got pregnant. During my pregnancy, I took the prenatal and also the protein powder I would make in smoothies every morning. And then I took it postpartum. And I love these products so much. They are the greatest hits of a multivitamin. They are for anybody in any life stage. I took them before I was even thinking about having a baby, while I was having a baby. If you're older, premenopausal, like, they have a vitamin for everybody. They're so traceable, and it's just the best of the best. They have a very unique beadlet and oil capsule, also a capsule in a capsule. Everything is so easy and digestible on your stomach. That's how I found Ritual Vitamins from the jump, because I always like associated any type of a multivitamin with like crippling stomach pain, which is just not the case with Ritual Vitamins. They have in the prenatal omega-3 DHA to support the baby's brain development, choline, folate to support the baby's neural tube development. Listen, I don't know what half of those words mean, and that's probably because, hey, nobody was taking Ritual when I was a goddamn baby. You can build your Ritual routine however you want, because their capsules featured a delayed release designed to help make it gentle on your stomach. There's also a citrus essence to make taking your multivitamins actually enjoyable, okay? I am still taking my Ritual Vitamins. Their vegan daily protein powder. Get out of here. Delish. Why settle for a multivitamin you're not 100% sure about? Ritual was literally built on trust. So you know it is the real deal. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/Bible. Start Ritual or add the Essential for Women prenatal to your subscription today. That is ritual.com/Bible for 25% off. One of my favorite things about Paris is how dirt fucking cheap the wine is, okay? Affordable, as ladies would say. It always made me wonder why my fancy little French rosé is half the price it would be back in the United States. Well, I did some digging, and apparently there are laws dating back to Prohibition to ensure the right of wholesalers to make big margins. That's crazy, okay? When I took matters in my own hands and turned to our next sponsor, Naked Wines. Naked Wines is a subscription service that connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you're going to get a box of the market's best quality wines however often you'd like for a fraction of the price that you'd normally pay in stores. If you use my code BIBLE for the code and password at nakedwines.com, you're going to get their incredible deal of 6 bottles for just $39.99. Naked Wines has been around for over 15 years and funds over 90 independent winemakers. They have no commitments or membership fees, so you can enjoy Naked Wines hassle-free. My favorite thing about them is that as you get your shipments, you can rate the bottles, and Naked Wines will adjust what they send based on your ratings, so they kind of curate to your experience. In my last shipment, they sent me this Moulin Champagne Rosé that was to die for. Crisp, delicious. Honestly, sipped like a $100+ bottle. That's true. Head to nakedwines.com/Bible and click enter voucher in the top right and put in Bible for both the code and password to get 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That is $100 off and less than $7 per bottle. That is nakedwines.com/Bible and use code and password Bible and grab 6 bottles for just $39.99. One last time. That is nakedwines.com/Bible, code and password Bible for $100 off your first 6 bottles. Sip up. Sippy, sippy. I feel like we didn't discuss this last week because I just got too distracted by too many other things. But obviously, the Tortured Poets Department. Now I have listened to the entirety of the album like 16 times. We never touched on the Kim Kardashian of it all. She has a song on the album, obviously, that you already know. It's called Thank You, Amy, capital K, capital I, capital M. I did a little bit of journalism because I was trying to think maybe it's not about Kim Kardashian. Maybe it's about like Karlie Kloss, somebody's name that starts with an I, maybe an Ivan, maybe an Irving, maybe a Isabella, maybe a Isadora, and M for Maddie Healy. And, you know, that was just me thinking outside of the box. But for the sake of sport, let's say it's about Kim Kardashian. A couple days later, after this album comes out, Kim Kardashian posts a photo with Karlie Kloss. Now, was it intentional? I would say probably 100% yes, which is funny, which is petty. I like when Kimmy gets petty. I do. I think it's funny. I like that celebrities aren't afraid to get in the shit pit once in a while because it just humanizes them. I think that there is something to be said for people and celebrities who choose to like rise above dumb shit. I'm not one of those people. I am a petty princess. Give me a tiara and a clip-on fucking earring. I'm ready to rumble. And there is something that's just kind of fun and relatable and stupid and just kind of silly, dare I say, silly Billy. And how funny would it be if Taylor Swift like commented on it? You know what I mean? Like, let's just further it. Let's just get weird. I think a lot of Taylor Swift's discography, it's obvious that she's a very sensitive person. I can't personally relate to that because I have empathy problems and a small hippocampus. Because like the way of dealing with things for me, like there's something very digestible about being petty. You know what I mean? It almost makes serious things non-serious and just like throwaway. You know what I mean? Like if Taylor Swift, if we were good friends, I'd be like, just comment on it. It will all go away. It will be funny. The girls will ride at dawn. It's unifying. And my favorite thing ever is Karlie Kloss, though, going to the Eras tour and sitting in a fucking box. Allegedly, she went to the after party. I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny. I love the internet so much. I love that there was the rumor on Lesbian Visibility Day of them being closet scissor sisters. There is a 0% chance that Taylor Swift was going muff diving. Not with those bangs. There's just There's just no way. And with Carly Kloss, she's a thin-lipped lady. She's not going beaver munching. It's just, I don't make the rules, okay? I'm a sociologist. These are just facts. They're just facts. Most lesbians, I feel like, wouldn't have bangs because it just feels like it would get in the way. It's too much roughage. You want a slick forehead. My cap's off to you, lesbos. Oh my gosh, one more thing about Taylor Swift's album. Everyone is really up in arms about that line, Scout's Honor. I looked it up on Urban Dictionary. It basically means getting fingered with every phalange except the thumb. So the more you know, cue the rainbow. I did not know that. I only knew about the shocker or the cowabunga. That's what we call it on the streets, which is 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. I truly, truly do not think that Taylor Swift was talking about being fisted, sans thumb. I think she meant Scout's Honor, like, trust me, Scout's Honor, like, I'm telling the truth. I think that if she was really trying to go there, the lyric would be like, let's see. Okay. Honestly, I am a songwriter. I just had to get like my melodies down, but I think I've got it. Okay. You know how to ball, I know Aristotle. Brand new, full throttle. Teach me why your bros play Grand Theft Auto. Brooks bought Vicky a mink. I like to pin the pink and the stink. Wait, no, I got a workshop. It would be more obvious. Wait, but do you love the Brooks bought Vicky a mink? I prefer 2 in the pink and the stink. No, I prefer 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. You know how to do. Wait, what's the next line? Boy, you got her. I don't know. We got to workshop it, but I just don't think that she was talking about. I just really, really don't think she was talking about getting fingered with 4 phalanges. It feels like a bit of a stretch that Taylor Swift would like come in that hard. I would love that for her. I would support her if she wanted to get weird. Obviously, but no. Also, look at Travis Kelce's hands, okay? He's got like a fucking baseball mitt. That is not entering her. I'm sorry. It's just not. As someone who very openly has had 2 side-by-side, don't make me say it again, 2 ultra fighter pilot jets, ultra tampons, the size of a twin mattress, fall out of my vagina pre-childbirth in customs. Even I'm not open to a 4 phalange. Hi, hello. No fucking way. From Travis Kelce, 4 of his phalanges equal like 16 normal people phalanges. There's no way. I'm sorry. It's funny, but it's not applicable. And now we've said it. Pound the gavel. Let's talk about Jom. So, God, talk about fucking petty. The Buckingham Palace, okay, debuted a new advertisement for their Buckingham Palace strawberry preserves this week, just on the tail end of Meghan Markle's Jom debut. Those PR packages are interesting. It comes in what appears to be like a vineyard and an orchard of lemons. And from my research and discourse, I don't believe Meghan Markle's Jom to have any lemon essence. So I'm not really sure what she's going for. Perhaps, a Capri theme. It's giving Buca de Beppo. What's it called? Buca de Gecko? Buca de Beppo. Dorit Kemsley Dining Room. That's what the inspiration is for Maggie Marks. I got to get my hands on a jar of it. I believe it's called Aro, A-R-O. I don't know what that means, and I don't have the emotional bandwidth or capacity right now to figure out what it means because I genuinely don't care. But, a lemon preserves would be interesting to me because that could go savory as well, like a lemon jam. I don't know. Yolanda Foster, where the fuck are you at? Come out with a lemon jam. Where is Yolanda Foster? We need her to start popping off with some lemon products. She missed that fucking boat way back when she was on Housewives. I saw an article this morning. Sorry, I am on speed, meth, and crack. I saw an article that 100% is not true, that there are rumors that Chelsea Handler was joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 14 or whatever the next season is. There is no fucking way. That would blow my mind. My brain would fucking explode. First of all, it would be amazing for the franchise. It would never happen. I cannot in any universe imagine her saying yes to that. But like if she said yes to that, then I would probably say yes to that later down the line because it would just change the landscape of the show. You know what? They need Chelsea Handler and they need Morgan Stewart on that fucking franchise. And then everybody else stay the same. Stay exactly the same. That would be quite interesting. Quite interesting. I also believe that Kyle Richards, I typically don't announce things like this because the guests, they always cancel, but Kyle knows what she's getting herself into because she's already heard this podcast before. Kyle's coming on soon and I will get to the bottom of business with her. Barbara Walters, move over. Do you know that Barbara Walters died on my baby announcement party day? Raymond Padilla, friend of the show, best friends with Heather McMahon. He was at my, it was a gender reveal. My gender reveal with the drag queen, okay? As he was leaving, he gave me a hug. He whispered in my ear and he's like, didn't want to ruin your party, but Barbara Walters died. Bye. And then just walked out the door. And I was like, oh. It was just selfish of her because it was supposed to be about me. But love you, Babs. Here's the most important thing that you need to know this week. Ashanti and Nelly are having a motherfucking baby. This is a 2000s teen dream. This is my teenage dream. I love Nelly, okay? I miss his motherfucking Band-Aid. I feel like Nelly doesn't get enough respect for slinging bop after motherfucking bop. And also on that note, Ja Rule, bop after motherfucking bop. I feel like now Ja Rule, his reputation, you just go to Fyre Festival, and I don't even fault him for it. Fyre Festival is hilarious. It's some of Ja Rule's best work, but only second to Living It Up, which is just, dare I say, a masterpiece. And Ashanti, what a legend. We don't talk about Ashanti enough. We don't talk about Cassie enough. We don't talk about Ashanti enough. We are not giving Willow Smith the respect she deserves in the music industry. And that's how I feel about it. Here's another thing. What was I just going to talk about? Oh my God, jam drama. So King Charles started a jam company, Jam Preserves, in 1990, and conveniently after the hard launch of Meghan Markle's non-lemon infused preserves, Buckingham Palace put out this advertising video of their fruit preserves, Petty Petty Princess, and now it is outselling Meghan Markle's. I do not know where to find Meghan Markle's jam. I did look. I just went to Gelson's because I wanted to get some bison because I'm making bison nuggets for my son. Let that sink in. I've really been on a oven-baked nugget journey for Clyde. I make broccoli nuggets. I make squash nuggets. I make crab cakes. I make a salmon cake. Anything that I can pound into like a little patty and shove down his gullet, that's what I'm doing. He's driving me crazy this week. He is so cute, but he is such an asshole. Thank God he sleeps 14 hours a night, because otherwise I think I would just completely lose my mind. Completely. This is it's weird to say out loud, but I'm kind of enjoying this new phase he's in where he's like obsessed with me and basically burrows and like motorboats me any chance he can get, which is weird because I never breastfed. It's like he wants to crawl back inside my vagina and he's just obsessed with me. He strokes my face. He puts his whole mouth on top of my mouth and it's very Norman Bates, and I'm loving every fucking second of it. But he's also just really irritable. He's demanding, he's drama, he throws things, he makes faces at people, he growls, he hisses, he loves to scream at top volume. He also likes to do this in public like 24/7, which is why I keep his ass at home with a nanny in a cage, in a crate, and a little bowl of water. Actually more like a little hamster feeder, so he can just yeah. Listen, I may be terrible at starting new healthy habits, but I found that even if I can't hit all of my health goals, I can certainly force my dog to, and that feels almost just as good. The Farmer's Dog makes feeding real healthy dog food easy and convenient, and your dog will absolutely love it. We switched Leo and Richard over to the Farmer's Dog years ago, and I can't tell you the worlds of difference. It honestly feels like Leo has a new lease on life, okay? He's like a new dog. His coat is shinier, his breath is better, his digestive system is rockin', okay? And honestly, I couldn't recommend it more for any dog at any life stage. The Farmer's Dog makes and delivers fresh, healthy dog food right to your door. It is developed by vets, nutritionally balanced, and made from real meat and veggies to the safety standards of human food. So, if you've ever had the freaky little urge to try your pet's food, now's your chance, okay? Plus, they send the pre-portioned dog food specifically for your dog based on their unique nutritional needs. So it's so easy to help your dog maintain their ideal weight. And dogs at a healthy weight can live up to 2.5 years longer. Get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/Bible. Plus, you're going to get free shipping. Just go to thefarmersdog.com/Bible to get 50% off. That is thefarmersdog.com/Bible. Rewind it back to the days of chillaxing on the beach and all-day fun with spring break on DraftKings Casino. Play exclusive games like the fan fave Rocket. The excitement is endless and the cash prizes are sizzling hot. New players start playing with just $5 and get $100 back instantly in casino credits. Download the app and use code BIBLE to book your one-way ticket to fun with DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per opted-in new customer. $5 wager required. Max $100 in casino credits awarded, which require one-time playthrough with 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Restrictions apply. There is a new workout, Sharp Right, that is going viral. It is called, what is it called? Oh, for fuck's sake, Jackie, come on. Oh, the 75 Hard Challenge. It has crawled out of the depths of the internet. It is going viral. So these are the following rules. You stick to a diet, any diet that you choose, whether you're the Power 360, what is it called? Power Keto, Power 30, I don't give a fuck. The South Beach diet, my favorite diet that was published in Vogue, which was basically just Splenda, celery, ice chips, 18 cups of coffee, and like 14 glasses of wine, and like one hard-boiled egg. That's one I could fucking stick to. And it probably works better than any of these fad fucking diets. So whatever diet you're into, you have to stick with it for 75 days. You can have no alcohol. I'm out. No cheat meals, 0 cheat meals, not like one little square of dark chocolate on Sundays for the girlies. You have to complete 2 a days, so 2 45-minute workouts, one in the morning, one in the evening. One of them has to be outside. It doesn't matter if there is a tornado, if there is a tsunami, if Hurricane Katrina's little sister, Hurricane Katinka comes to town, you better be fucking power walking with some goddamn ankle weights through your neighborhood. They don't care at the 75 hard day challenge. You get out and you work, bitch, okay? Then you have to drink 4.5 liters of water every single day. You have to take a daily progress photo. Don't like that. And here's the worst part. You have to read 10 pages of inspirational nonfiction literature every single day. I would rather be prodded with an electrical prod. I would rather take a bath with a fucking straightening iron, okay, than read 10 pages of inspirational nonfiction every single day. Can we talk one more time about Melissa Wood Tepperberg, whatever her fucking name is? She posted a video. You have to Google it. You have to look it up, okay, where she's making a smoothie. And she's like, sometimes you just gotta ride the vibe. And she's in a sports bra with a high-waisted legging. And she's just feeling the vibrations while she puts her various ingredients into her Vitamix. And she is singing and she is moving. She is silly. She is quirky. And she's buzzing. If that bitch doesn't cry herself to sleep every night, okay, and have like a past meth problem, then I don't know anything about anything, okay, because I can smell broken from 6 miles away. You know what it is? It's toxic. Let that sink in. It is toxic positivity. I do not need these fucking hoes setting up their ring light, busting their tripod on their countertop, and hitting record while they jam out making their fucking health smoothie, okay? Happiness in a glass. No, it's toxic positivity at its finest, and I will not enable this on the internet. You know what I want to see? Justin Bieber crying. He's been posting a lot of those carousels, lots of selfies. It's feeling a little hinky over there, okay? I don't love it. I love it, but I don't love it. Speaking of which, we all freed Britney, okay? We rode at dawn for Britney. And it was the right thing to do at the time. I'm just saying, hindsight being 2020, if we could just pause for reflection, because I really do think this podcast is a mind-expanding podcast. Inspirational, some might say. And by some, I mean just me. We freed her. We let her go. We let her run rampant in the streets of Thousand Oaks. And now I think maybe we could just all take a collective moment to pause, look inward, reassess the situation. And, supervision isn't such a bad thing. Just a little, like, well-intentioned supervision could be, it could be safe. It could be long-term, maybe a good decision. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I just think that we have to be very, very careful as consumers on the internet that we are not digitally enabling people. Except this new algorithm I'm on where these women are doing like prom pick grand entrances. You know how like before prom you meet up for the photos, okay? I watched a video this morning. I've watched it 700 fucking times. Okay. So what happens is they've got a balloon arch, okay? And 3 ladies walk out in matching monochromatic tank tops, leggings, and like house slippers with a black sock. They come out one by one, like full Destiny's Child, and they are doing, I would say, like a 45 to 60 second choreographed dance, okay? Just like with a kickball, chains, and a shoulder, and a this and a that. And then all of a sudden they stop, they pivot to the door, and then this bitch busts out in a one shoulder Windsor Fashions Bob Mackie tiara. She's not the prom queen, but that bitch is still wearing a motherfucking tiara, okay? She does a turn. She's giving 13% energy. She recruited her sister, her cousin, her neighbor to do this choreographed dance entrance for her to go take her prom photos. And I gasped at the beauty, and I thought about my own bat mitzvah entrance, which still makes me misty. It was to Paul Oakenfold, Starry-Eyed Surprise. Oh my, starry-eyed surprise. My sister still won't forgive me for me making her do her entrance to Fergie's Glamorous. And the best part is that my sister was so crippled with social anxiety. My sister's been on Lexapro since she was like literally 6 years old. She would dry heave and throw up every single day of school. She was seeing a therapist that just like told my mom basically, like, you have to, like, make her go to school. You don't want to, you know, like, you're not going to pull her out of school. You have to just tell her that she's got to go to school. We're going to figure this out. And my sister would get so anxious, she would projectile vomit every single day of school. So she was a bit of a nervous kid, you know, slightly on the fritz, as they say. And so for her, at her bat mitzvah, I mean, she was in that bathroom stall at that fucking local temple, just dry heaving her brains out. But what did I do? I made that bitch walk in a costume change and enter her service to the glamorous, ooh, the flossy. She was blood red from crying. Her eyes were bloodshot, okay? She was sweating. She was dry heaving. She had a paper bag, like, shoved in her pashmina. G-L-A-M. I'm like, get it, bitch. Like, I just couldn't understand. I'm like, Ashley, it is your motherfucking bat mitzvah. You need to buck up, okay? Get that pashmina ready to rumble. She was wearing a strapless, God bless my mother. She dressed us like such little hussies. And she dressed like a hussy herself. I will never forgive her for her outfit at my bat mitzvah. My mom wore like a Dolce & Gabbana sheer black lace bustier top, okay, with like full midriff. Like, because it wasn't about me. It was completely about her and my dad just wanting to throw a fucking party. So my sister walks out, G-L-A-M, and her overbite is just trembling. My sister is mad at me for quite a few things, for traumatizing her during her childhood. I always tell her I'm the only reason that she's normal, and she would completely co-sign on that sentiment. She needed light, well-intentioned bullying because I prepared her for the real world, but she will not forgive me for her bat mitzvah entrance to I'm not going to do it again. She will not forgive me for putting the kibosh on her basketball journey. She's a revisionist historian. My sister somehow thinks that she was like the next Lisa Leslie. She was just better than me, which doesn't say much. And she, I think, was interested in maybe playing basketball in high school, but like she wasn't fucking good. She's like, Jackie, I could have gotten a scholarship. And I'm like, you couldn't. You were just barely better than me, okay? And I was breaking my own teammates' nose and doing jazz hands in their eyeballs so I could steal the ball from my own fucking teammates. So yeah, maybe you hit a 3-pointer once in the fucking season. Like you weren't Clarice Clark. Who's the girl that's got all the endorsement deals? I don't know. I don't care. It's Lesbian Visibility Day. We don't care about goddamn female sports. This episode of the Bitch Bible Podcast is brought to you by Noom. Every time I hear about a new weight loss scheme, it makes me just want to saw off my ears with a very dull butter knife. Hold the butter. They all promise the same thing, but just give you the same old one-size-fits-all bullshit. Not with Noom. Noom builds personal plans that take into account your dietary restrictions, your medical issues, and any other personal needs to build a weight loss plan that works, personalized just for you. So as a gal on the go, I think Noom is so amazing because it truly is so personalized to meet your lifestyle. They also don't restrict what you can eat, and they don't shame you when you choose to treat yourself, because life is all about moderation and balance. That is the key to sustaining, any type of diet weight loss program. Noom's program is so personalized. It feels just easier to metabolize, pun intended, and so much less restrictive. It's made it so much easier for me to build healthier routines that feel manageable and just leave me feeling better overall. Their app makes it so easy to stay motivated with daily lessons and coaching. Noom's flexible program focuses on progress instead of perfection, so you don't have to give up carbs or sugars or the drinky or any foods that make us, joyful, happy, sprightly. Noom can help you lose weight while still enjoying all of your favorite foods. I love this company so much. I just started Noom again 2 weeks ago, and it just feels easy, attainable, and I love it so much. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com and check out Noom's first ever cookbook, that is the Noom Kitchen, for 100 healthy and delicious recipes to promote better living, available to buy now wherever books are sold. Wait, speaking of lesbians, we need to talk about the New Balance sneaker loafer hybrid. I would just like to give a shout out to my assistant, Josh, who brought this to my attention 2 weeks ago. And, I just didn't think much of it. And cut to a week later, we've gone viral again. It broke the fucking internet. I have so many thoughts about the New Balance sneaker loafer hybrid. I am a New Balance enthusiast as someone who is desperately clinging my sad chrome talons into any form of youth and contemporary spirit, which, just a side note, I wasn't going to bring this up because it's still like a little bit touchy for me. A couple days ago, I had some friends over and they were coming to visit Clyde, and my girlfriend is 30 years old. She is youthful. She is fresh as a fucking daisy. She doesn't have any children, okay? Cute as a button. So they're leaving our house, and at the very same time, my contractor's wife came to the house to collect a check. So I go outside, I go to the driveway, and my friends had just left. Keep in mind, I am 33 years old, 33 and a half if we want to be liberal. And my friend Isadora is 30 years old, okay? I go to hand over the check, which I should have ripped up and into confetti and just shoved in the ground and smudged it in with a fucking New Balance loafer. She looks at me. This is a younger woman, okay? She's probably like, I would say 50 or so. And she says to me, "Oh, is that your daughter?" I said, "Oh, did you see a baby earlier? That my son, Clyde?" And she goes, No, that cute little girl who just came down the driveway. She's adorable. Was that your daughter?" I can't even talk about it. We are 3 years apart. Do I look, by the way, let's say my friend, my 30-year-old friend even looked 14, okay? Which would be a bit of a stretch. I mean, she drove away in a fucking car. So at bare minimum, she would be 16 years old, okay? I am a very, very Botoxed, fresh 33-year-old. That means I would have had her when I was fucking 17, which, no shade, perfectly possible, but I don't look that old, and she just drove away in a car and does it. What? You just thought my friend was my fucking daughter? I swear to God, I started just lusting for a needle to shove in my fucking forehead, hopefully filled with Dysport. I was like, wait, excuse me. I was also in a bike short at the time and a sensible Celine bucket hat, looking like a goddamn teen mother. I also just had a baby. Granted, it was 9 months ago, but like, what? I short-circuited. I wanted to cancel the renovation, okay? Couldn't. He's a pro, but I couldn't believe that happened. And this is how I know that it actually affected me. Normally, I would tell everybody with a pulse, okay? Granted, I am saying it behind a microphone, but I've had a few days to process. For 6 hours, which in Jackie Schimmel time equates to like 14 years, I did not tell Andrew. I did not tell my sister. I did not tell my friend. I told nobody because I was so genuinely offended, which never happens. I looked at her and we were looking this close to each other, and I just said, "No. That's my friend." And she said, Oh, I'm sorry. And I said, "Yeah, I'll be right back with that check, Mitzi. You just get comfortable. Get comfortable." And then I went out and I just begrudgingly gave her the fucking check. And then you could tell she felt so bad. And she was like, "You look so cute today. Where are you off to?" And I was like, "I don't know. A mental institution so I can go fucking cry myself into a Botox clinic. I don't know. What am I going to do, Mitzi? Dodge cars on the 101 freeway, throw my body over a bridge, put bricks around my ankles thanks to your husband who just re-sided my whole house. I'm going to take those excess bricks that he removed, tie them around my fucking ankles, and drown myself to death. Because you just thought my friend, who is 3 years younger than me, was my fucking daughter. So anyways, I have to air out my tits. Anyways, back to the New Balance hybrid sneaker loafer. Will I be wearing them? I don't know if it makes me look younger. If I see a 14-year-old TikToker wear them with like a chunky sock and a mini skirt, probably, because that's where I'm at emotionally. They're hideous. And I love a New Balance. I'm all a fucking board a chunky New Balance, despite the fact that my newest pair is riddled with vermin. These shoes are categorically heinous. There is a fine line, and I find myself towing that line very, very often because I am a disgusting consumer. If something is like cool and hard to get, I want 14 of them. Just because, like, that's where I get my fix and my little adrenaline rush. But even these, I don't think I'm ever gonna fucking get there. I can get weird. Historically speaking, pre-child, just fiscally fuckless, like trying to be cool. I have definitely been susceptible to these hideous trends. Just trying to feel something, just trying to be aesthetically relevant. I would basically put my entire life on the fact that I will not be gracing my precious, precious feet, my gorgeous feet. Somebody said from my Vital Proteins ad that, which I did give free foot footage, you're welcome, that I have a beautiful foot, beautiful feet, both of them. They are looking a little flat in that video, but I have gorgeous arches. Everybody knows that. A gorgeous arched foot. But they're very orthopedic in nature. I don't like the color concept. They're kind of a gray with what appears to be like a metallic silver kind of buckle, like a faux fabric buckle. And I mean, what's the purpose? Is this so that you can transition from a power walk with your gal pals to a happy hour? Like, I don't understand the vision here. I feel like this is a test for us as a society, as consumers, and I just say no. Speaking of consumerism, there is a $3 Trader Joe's tote that has gone completely viral, sold out everywhere. They are reselling them on eBay, etc. for hundreds of dollars. People are losing their fucking minds for the Trader Joe's tote bag, okay? Which is just like, this is insane. This is absolutely fucking insane. Speaking of Trader Joe's, okay, I went back last week on a fucking Sunday thinking there's a 0% chance that the one-armed wonder with the hook is going to be working on a Sunday. He's older. I would once again just assume that he would have Sundays off. He's been there a while. I walk in. Who's serving samples at the front of the fucking store? Captain Hook. And I'm so genuinely embarrassed because I know a couple people that work at the store and I just am so paranoid, not in a self-gratuitous way where I think, I'm such a big deal like Madonna over here. Like, I can't even go to my local Trader Joe's, my fawns, like disgusting. But when you make eye contact with someone that you've just blatantly spoken about on a public platform and you're just trying to like go get some microwavable organic broccoli for the broccoli tots, my face turns bright red. And then when I start getting nervous or have some type of like an altercation, I cannot help but narrate out loud. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Oh, and he's there. He is serving crab cakes, a little crab ragoon. All right, I'm just going to get these broccoli. And I start talking to myself, and then I start looking around. And I think that everybody knows, but nobody fucking knows. And then I'm fully red. I'm sweating, and I'm very tight, and I'm very nervous, and I'm just chaotically like navigating my cart through the aisles, trying to get in and out as quickly as possible. Then I start talking to everybody because when I get nervous, all I do is start ranting and talking. And I'm like, oh my God, have you tried that kimchi? It looks good. It looks great. Like, yeah, my baby. Like, and I just can't shut the fuck up, and I'm averting eye contact, and I'm like, he knows, he hates me. So I can't go back. Like, I can never go back. Also, at that very same Trader Joe's, there is a very, very spicy, non-reactive, displeasant twink register operator that was having none of my bullshit. As I was like, doing the thing, I'm like, oh, how are you? He's like, fine. I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, you guys are busy today. He's like, well, yeah, it's the weekend. I'm like, oh, yeah, I just figure like Sundays, like, it's typically a little bit more mellow because like the farmer's market. No, it's always busy on Sunday. I'm like, okay. Do you want bags? Yes, please. How many? However many you need. Well, do you want it double bagged or do you want it single bagged? Whatever you feel, no problem. Oh, it's 10 cents a bag. Yeah, no problem. You don't want to buy a reusable bag? I'm like, they're sold out. I'm like, not really. Okay. And then I'm like, have a great day. And he's like, okay, bye. And I'm like, wow. On Lesbian Visibility Week, you have the audacity while I'm in a statement trucker hat to be so short. I don't know if you know, sir, I'm a goddamn gay icon, an ally, and a functioning homosexual man in a gorgeous teen mom's body in a bike short to boot. A little je ne sais quoi, a little a smile, some cordial, chivalrous banter might get you hawking fucking crab cakes with one-armed Wanda over there. Maybe you should try it on for size. Fucking asshole. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Like and subscribe, share with your friends on your phones, and we will chat next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.